Welcome to another edition of Raw Arsenal. In this video, we reflect on the season thus far as we await a return to Premier League fixtures after the international break. 2 wins and a loss. Big loss against our main title rivals this year, Liverpool. How to reflect on progress and results thus far. First point I want to make is that injuries are starting to rear its ugly head in the squad and make its presence known. Rear its ugly head. We've got Saka out with another hamstring injury. Didn't take part in the game against Liverpool. We had Havertz out after 30 minutes in the first round of the season against Man United with a knee injury. She needed surgery to correct. We've had Norgard out with a knock, but I have an opinion that Norgard isn't actually injured. I think Arteta just wants to leave out certain players because he has to. We've stocked up in every position this transfer season. And that means that quality players are going to be left out of the first 11 bench, the squad, matchday squad altogether in the Premier League. These additional players are probably going to have more time during the competitions, of course, stating the obvious. But I really hope Norgard gets a chance because he was a gem in pre-season. But who else was out injured? Most recently, Odegaard as well. Odegaard out with a shoulder injury, but he took part in the game against Liverpool, so it wasn't that serious. More of a knock. Saliba's the big one. So it's an ankle injury. We've yet to confirm the extent of that. He may as well play for France during this international break. But that might not be as big of a loss as we think, because we proved that we could still defend without him against Liverpool. Mind you, brought another quality defender as a quality defender leaves in Kirill. We have Hincapié now. I'm disappointed. But I'm sure Kirill will make a name for himself again at Porto. So some of our best players are out. Saka, Saliba, Havertz. It's interesting because when Havertz and Saka got injuries last season, as well as Odegaard later, we didn't have any attacking. No, we did, but we didn't have much creativity in our attack going forward, with the exception of a burst from Waneri. It wasn't used as much towards the end of the season. I don't know why. I think Arteta was protecting him from something, Waneri from something, but But yeah, now is a very good time to see the attacks we can generate, creativity, chances we can generate. Calafiori has a bit of magic. Trossard does too. Is Trossard out with a knock? I don't know why Arteta hasn't been using him. He was on the bench against Liverpool, so must just be a tactical reason to leave him out on Arteta's part. But as I said, now is the chance for players like Gyökeres, Madueke, Eze, to see what kind of flavour they can bring to Arsenal and kind of edge. Last year it was Marino, Trossard, and Nwaneri in the absence of Odegaard. Odegaard, Saka, and Havertz that we needed to rely on. Fortunately, those three, whilst doing a solid job, didn't lift us to as many victories as we needed, obviously, or as many goals we needed during that PSG semi-final. Champions League semi-final against PSG. To progress, and finally put our hands on a trophy. Hence the transfer window. And now let's rate those players that have come in, which we've utilised during these first 3 games. New attacking players. We have players like Gyökeres, who had a shorter preseason. He's been out of the picture in 2 of those 3 games against our biggest opponents, Man United and Liverpool. Against Leeds, he showed some of the form that brought him here, where he cut in from the left, showed his pace first of all, to put some distance between himself and the Leeds defence or his marker, and then cut back in to the box from the left and screw the ball to the bottom left corner. And then that moment against Liverpool where Marino finds him on the edge of the box with a hard-driven ball. He holds the ball up and then lays it off to Timber, who shoots into a defender. I like that. Promising signs. We've got to give him a bit more time. The hunger is there. He wanted to take that penalty against Liverpool. Against Leeds, rather. He wants those 20 goals. Give him more time. Promising signs there, and I see the potential even to deploy him on the left wing when Havertz returns. We know Havertz provides excellent hold-up play and even an aerial threat. But Gyökeres, give credit where it's due, has shown that he can make good runs in the box and head the ball in. Atletico Bilbao remembers. Madueke. So before we move on, just to rate the impact so far, 7 out of 10 for Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres. Now, Madueke came on for Martinelli, second half sub against Man United, and we're 1-0 up. put in a decent cross or two for Gyökeres. Showed that he can be a team player. Against Liverpool, he showed a hunger to score with our only on target shot. Unfortunately, those are the glimpses of the, attacking third edge that we have seen and that we require from our starting attacking players. I think Madueke has more to show us, and there's no doubt the hunger is there. 5 out of 10 so far, and we're going to need him in the absence of Saka. We need to bring Trossard and Nwaneri in this time. We need to utilize these guys more. These were the guys that were chipping in with goals and assists last year in the absence of Saka and Havertz. Trossard provides a bit of magic as well, a bit of around the box, positioning and passing that can unlock chances. We've got Eze now as well to help out in that regard, provide a bit more creativity, because a lot of the goals last year that we scored, actually many of them come, aside from the goals provided by, Moreno, Trossard, Nwaneri, a lot of the goals actually came from set pieces. So Eze will help provide more XG and more chances, more chance creation. Eze, we saw he was one of the later transfers. We saw him play maybe, what was it, not even 20 minutes, about 20 minutes against Liverpool. Not even 20 minutes, 12 minutes against Liverpool. He came on the 78th minute, if I remember correctly. But what we did see was maybe even our best chance created, where he finds the ball on the left-hand side of the box, loses his man, dribbles inwards, but is put off balance by a hungry defense. And he falls to the ground before he can shoot. He needs to get a bit more game time. I'd give him 7 out of 10 so far for Eze. So I think these three are going to be expected to provide something different, provide a bit more cutting edge in the absence of Saka and Havertz, in combination with Nwaneri and Trossard and Moreno. And let me know what you think in the comments below. And have a blessed evening. I'm out.